dad passed, he had wrote me a letter for me to read when he's gone. And there's a lot of good stuff in this letter. But the thing is, when I read, I miss things. Even though I try so hard and I concentrate so much, I miss things. So the first time I read it and I put it away, and I think maybe a few months later I got it out and I read it again, and I was like, oh, was that there before? And I've done this for about 10 years now. Yesterday, I was reading it, and I normally read it when either I feel down or I need motivation or maybe even some guidance. And I noticed that he had put the date of when he wrote it, which was actually 10 years from yesterday, which is quite a crazy thing to think about. Anyway, I was reading this letter, and normally I can always get something to enlighten myself with, to think about or ponder on a different, a view. I always just get something from it. And this time, I don't think I was looking to get anything from it. I think I was just looking to just be more connected with him in a way. And actually what I found was quite a revelation in my head. I always got told that, my dad was quite dopey or slow. And as I read through this letter, for the first time it really clicked in my head. My dad was very articulate, and the way he wrote this letter was actually somewhat quite impressive in a way. Not only did he know he was going to die, but he composed himself so well that actually the letter came out really beautifully. And not only that, there's also a picture that I have, and it's something my dad made me on my first birthday. And it's a little cutout, and it's quite, it's got a bit of glitter on, a bit of paint, and he made it. I've never known my dad to be someone that makes things like that. Not creatively anyway. But he did a really nice job, and he really never needed to. It was my first birthday. I would have never even remembered that. But because of that picture he made me, I look at that photo and I go, wow, actually, that was kind of creative, the way he did things. And it made me think again about, intelligence, and being told my whole life that he was slow or dopey or not really, didn't really get things. And it's sad because I would say the same thing, right? Because I've been told that was who my dad was. But the voice that was coming out of my mouth wasn't my voice. And now I have my own voice, and I have my own brain to think with. With the evidence in front of me, I've actually realised that my dad was actually quite smart. And the criticism of what he got was not justified. Yeah, I love my dad a lot. And kids, if you're watching, I'm very sorry, because you're probably going to hear a lot of this growing up. You're going to hear a lot about a man that you never met. But just know that my dad was twice the man of any man I've ever met in my entire life. And that's not me just blowing smoke because he's my dad. It's because it's true. It really was.